I am joined now at the Landlord Investment Olympia show by the organisers, husband and wife duo, Tracey and Steve Hanbury. And guys, what an end to your run of shows. It's your 5th anniversary. We've ended on an absolute high and we've still got the awards to come, which we'll talk about in a minute. But you must be absolutely thrilled with how this year has gone.
Yes, it has been phenomenal that we've added a third date to Olympia. So we do one in March, June, and obviously this is the closing finale show now. Was a little bit worried, is there any need for a third show at Olympia? But as we can see today, there certainly is, and more people are coming out. So, it's amazing. I think we've done
62 now, 62 shows since 2013, and as Tracey says, we were actually sold out today.
Yeah.
We were actually sold out. We could not actually squeeze another stand in the whole of the Olympia, which is fantastic. And the marketing that's gone out for this, and we're always looking for new ideas. We're always looking to better ourselves. And how can we tap into the landlord that will still come to our show, but want to come they might come in March, they might come in June, they might come in November, because there's different subjects for them to be educated on. And I think we're always trying to strive to not get stale and think, what do we need to do to make sure we're tapping into the right landlord market to meet with our clients. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's absolutely buzzing around here. It's really buzzing. So.
Well, it's a time when some people are saying the private rented sector is in decline. This show shows that there's still a thriving sector. Landlords are still coming out. They're still engaged with everything. So it's actually such a positive note to end on the run of the shows.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as we, we're all about education for landlords. Providing the right platform for them to meet the right companies, to make an informed choice, and to actually just to make the whole sector more professional. There's so many good companies that are here today that can, really help landlords and help them grow and retain their property portfolios, overcome difficulties. Because as landlords, we know on a personal level there are problems that you're going to have, but it's how do we overcome them, and what services can we turn to for advice and for help. So I think really this room is filled with exactly that, but loads of I speak to people when we check them in at reception, and I always ask people why they've come, what their reasons for attending today, and they say, the seminars, the panel debates that we put on, but really they want to educate themselves. They want to still be, they want to be informed of what's going on and how they need to, to keep the market going, and what we need to do for the good and great of it. So, yeah, we're delighted, exhausted but delighted.
I think, Steve, one thing that you've got so right is that the entire private rented sector is represented here today. You've got the suppliers, you've got the landlord associations, you've got a politician, you've got housing associations. Everybody's here, and I think that is a real achievement and a testament to both of your hard work, that you have created such a well-balanced, rounded platform that fully represents the private rented sector.
And I'd just like to say on that, we're totally 100% committed to the UK market. We are. We're in the UK. I was speaking to landlords today that they're looking at investing up north, they're looking in the south, they're still looking at investing in Cardiff, maybe offloading a few. I was chatting to one gentleman who's saying he's offloading a few in the north, west of England, but he's looking at then putting that into something else in another part of the country. So they're always evolving. And as you quite rightly say, there's something here for everyone. In terms of whether your strategy is single, LHA tenants, single parent tenants. We've got Cromwood over there. HMOs, if that's your strategy. So yeah, there's such a varied scope here. So and I've seen people here from 8:30 in the morning, and there's actually a couple of they're still here. So still getting the best out of the day.
I think so, and also you've touched on the educational aspects. I think that's so important, and again, I really like your educational programme. You cover the topics that matter, and I was very pleased today to be part of a debate that featured Karen Buck MP. And I think having politicians here, like we've had Ian Duncan Smith in the past, it does raise the whole vibe of the event, doesn't it? Because we need to be engaging with these people, and it's great to have them come here today and be part of it all. Karen Buck was very, very complimentary to me about the show and the debate and so on, and she was very pleased to have been invited. You can't say better than that.
No, absolutely, and and what's really nice as well. We've had Ian Duncan Smith has actually been on the panel twice with us this year, and he will be coming back next year. And actually, from what came from our panels, he said to me he would bring the issues back to Parliament, and that did happen. I mean, and we started doing some lobbying, and we can just continue to do things like to change the industry for the better. So next year we've got quite a lot of ideas. We've got things that we're going to be doing. There's going to be new stuff that we're going to be introducing, and certainly kind of getting Parliament involved, and trying to just get the industry and landlords get quite a hard time, but there are so many professional landlords out there, and if we can try and do things in the right way and get rid of the bad and just continue to grow the good that are out there, it will be better for this whole country, without a doubt.
Definitely, 100%, and that was the whole theme of our panel debate that I was involved with Karen Buck MP and our other panellists. And yes, everybody, the good guys, we all want to raise standards. We share that common ground, and I think part of what this event does is it promotes that, and that's a very positive thing, Steve, that you can help landlords raise their game, because actually, yes, they may be more profitable on their net bottom line, but they're going to be better landlords, providing a better experience for their tenants.
Yes.
And to my mind, that's the ultimate outcome of coming here today and absorbing all the information.
Yeah, and funny enough you said it, I was just speaking to a gentleman just to the right of me there, and he was saying that he's been to a couple of our shows. We did a show in Dartford a couple of years ago. We did a show here a couple of years ago. He came, and the information that he's got out today is that so much information. And he was saying to me as well, in terms of he really treats his tenants really well. He treats them like a client, if you like. And if they need a kitchen, he said to me, I'll go and take them to Howden's, and I'll go to a kitchen manufacturer, and I will go and say, what would you like? I want you to be a long-term tenant. And he said, look, if I'm a good landlord, I will attract a good tenant, and I will keep that tenant. And obviously, that's really works for him, and that's, in us landlords, that's good common sense, really, and treating them, and that's what he was just saying to me a couple of minutes ago before the interview. So
it's a wonderful story.
It's nice to know that landlords like that are doing that as well.
That's a great story. Now, obviously putting on a show like this takes a huge amount of effort and energy, but you can't rest on your laurels tonight, because you've got the inaugural Landlord Investment Awards coming up on the 15th of November. Star-studded, glamorous event, I'm sure. But again, you just keep pushing up and coming up with new ideas and ways to engage the landlord community.
Oh, thank you, Vanessa. I mean, it was, the awards is something that we've always wanted to do, and we've been sort of toying with it the last couple of years, and then so many people have said, look, you guys need to do this. It's your sort of industry standard, and it would be nice to have something to celebrate actually the success in buy-to-let, but actually education and good service suppliers are out there, so it's really important that they're signposted, because it gets so much negativity sometimes, but there are so many great companies out there, and we only want to really grow this. So it's at the Grosvenor House, Park Lane, Thursday the 15th, next Thursday, 15th of November. We've got over 400 guests that will be there. It will be a really lovely affair. So I kind of went in big with it, and luckily had 3 months to pull it out of the bag. And it's going to be an amazing evening. We've got a really good, solid panel of judges. you know, and we're looking forward to it. So it will be the first of, and then next year we want to get a huge amount more landlords involved, and we want landlords to actually vote and put their votes in. So we want to grow this as well, and you know, take that to the next level, which will hopefully go to the great room. At the moment we're in the ballroom, which you know is 400 people. We have Rob Beckett, who's a very, you know, very funny. We love him. We used to watch him on, I think, Celebrity Jungle. You know, he's quite apt at the moment, and I think he will be very, very good to present for us. So, yeah, I mean, we're really looking forward to it. And then after the 15th, it'll be straight back to planning for next year. So, but show dates are already announced for next year. We've got those in place. Certainly, Steve, you'll know the dates that we're here for Olympia back in.
Yeah, we're in March, June, and November.
Yeah.
So we're here for the 21st of March, 13th of June, and 5th of November. So they're all booked in, and yeah, just to follow on from what Tracey was saying about the awards, it's a real. So what it is a celebration within the industry. You know, we eat, sleep, property again, eat, sleep. You know, and it's like we just want to get everyone together, everyone within the industry, and really celebrate the services that are around us. And yeah, that's and it's excellent, and it's been really well received, and that's thanks to everyone that's.
I love the idea of celebrating excellence, because one of the other things that came out of our panel debate was that landlords need to be more vocal about what they're doing, the good things that they do, the good relationships they have with their tenants. And I think celebrating excellence is a really great umbrella for what your platforms actually do for the private rented sector. It's like we said, it's signposting landlords to reputable products and services, education, helping them engage with industry stakeholders, politicians, property commentators. I mean, the calibre of the speakers, always so great. So guys, thank you very much for your support of Property Tribes, having us along here filming today. We love coming to the shows. We always get so much good stuff. And here's to next year. Very exciting times, as you said. Already dates in the diary. We'll put them below the video so people can start registering for their tickets as soon as possible. And yeah, onward and upward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thank you, Property Tribes, as always. Thank you.